Here's something with you all. What the opposition continues to say is that we are imposing a draft. Well, this is not a draft. There is, in fact, a difference. A draft is, where's my definition? A draft is the selection of individuals for mandatory military service. The government is pointing the finger at you and saying, you show up now, you're serving whether you like it or not. Mandatory military service is different. You're not ordered when to serve. You have nearly a decade to pick when you want to spend your time in the military. From the age of 18 to the age of 25 is what we have proposed. There is a difference. Secondly, I'm going to recover the point that any money spent on troops is going to be immediately recycled into the economy, as Daniel was stating. Our opposition keeps bringing up the matter of costs. Well, you're pretty much investing in people that are going to be spending their money right back in other programs, strengthening the economy. And other than that, the laws of supply and demand state that when you have more supply than demand, costs are going to go down. If we have a higher supply of soldiers in the military, and we have a constant filter of people going in and out, costs are going to drop significantly per soldier. So that's not something you should worry about. Secondly, they brought up the issue of time spent in the military and how during those 6 months, most of the time is spent as free time, aside from training and education. Well, how is that any different from how we're living our lives right now? If anything else, we have all the free time we could ever want, and do we always spend it constructively? Are we always cracking books and studying and working and trying to improve ourselves? In the military, you're pretty much trained to do that for yourself. I'm sure most of the time we could have been doing something and we decided that we'd rather watch TV or chat on Facebook or something like that. In the military, you're expected to be prepared and you are trained to be as such. Next, I was going to go into the issue of discrimination in the military. With this mandatory conscription, you have the advantage of choice. You're not ordered to be into a certain area of the military. You can research the field that you want to pursue in the military, and you get to choose your position. As for the issue of provocation, well, I just want to bring up a point. What countries would we be provoking? They brought up the idea of China and how they have a rapidly expanding military regarding satellite blocking technology and just in excess of military personnel. First of all, China is a much larger country and they have a huge military compared to us. We are merely an ant compared to them in military size. So what would they have to fear from us expanding our military a little bit? I wouldn't say they'd have much. And to be perfectly clear, why are we not provoked from their sudden expansion in military? Should we simply stand around and do nothing, or should we pump ourselves up? And aside from all the other benefits, we have that defensive position to reinforce our claim. And lastly, I'll just bring up that our starting date for this proposition would not be until January 1st of 2011. That's a couple years away. During that time, I'm sure that our economy under our new president will clear up, things will become better, and we'll have more money to spend on things such as military. So we have time to prepare the idea, to filter out any kinks, of which I don't see very many that can easily be resolved, and prepare ourselves adequately for the change.